Hi, I'm JoDell from HaveTravel-Memories. I am a travel agent. We are a travel agency and we've been in business for many years. That means that we have done lots of traveling since the mid-90s, and I've learned a few things. I've seen the airlines evolve and change. I've seen the rules, and it's just changed so much, and I've learned quite a few tricks and hacks that I just thought I would share with you today. I'm going to go through it as quickly as I can. I'm in the process of packing right now. I'm leaving in the morning. My husband and I will be on 2 cruises back to back, and we will be hosting, and so I'm packing, and I've been asked to do this, and I thought, well, okay, I'll do it. So I want you to see what I do. I'm not going to pack, but I'm just going to show you quickly a few things that might help you. You might learn a few things. And if there's something that you can tell me that would help me, I would appreciate it. I would love to hear from you. There will be a couple of links that we'll probably put at the bottom so that you can find certain items that I'll be talking about. So, as I said, I've been traveling. Well, I've actually been traveling since I was born. I was raised in the Navy. We did a lot of traveling, so I can remember when the airlines even had smoking sections, and the flight attendant would have to ask the pilot to put on the no smoking sign, just like now they put on the put your seatbelt on sign. We wait 20 minutes for the smoke to clear. I can remember those days. Now it's a lot different, not only in those rules, but packing rules as well. When my husband and I went on our first cruise after we were married, which was the first cruise I had been on since I was a child, I had a whole suitcase of nothing but shoes. We had to fly, but the restrictions were different. So I took so many clothes that one of those luggage racks at the hotel, I had a whole one filled just for me. Well, as time went on, I was no longer able to do that. And I've had to learn how to consolidate things and still have what I want and stay within the 50-pound limit and all of these rules and regulations. I have a goal, and I've had this goal for years, and it's again this year, that I will be able to pack in a carry-on, that I will be able to pack light. So far, I have not been able to do that. The only thing I have learned to do is if I'm going to be gone on a shorter trip, I can pack lighter. We're going to be gone 2 weeks in this case, so I'm trying to pack accordingly for 2 weeks. So I'm going to get started and not bore you anymore, but I hope that you find this useful. I'm kind of going to flow across my bed this way. I'm in my bedroom because I couldn't think of any place else I could really do this. I guess I could have spread it out on my kitchen bar, but I'm going to be packing right here anyway. So when I'm starting to get ready for a trip and pack, of course, the first thing I do is bring my suitcases up from the garage. So here are my suitcases. This one is smaller than this one over there, so I'm going to take that one. So that's my plan. I was going to put my husband in this one, but I'm going to go ahead and take his bigger one. This is the biggest suitcase we own. I have 2 carry-ons that are 2 different sizes. Most of the time I take this one, but I think this time, because we're not flying, I'm going to go ahead and take this one. So I'm really excited because I found a bag that is just the right size. It has great compartments in it. It has the trolley strap on the back. So when you go on a cruise, I suggest that you keep a roll-on with you to carry on. You need to keep your documents somewhere, a backpack or something where you can get to them. You don't want to have to lay this down and open it up. So I always keep my passports, my documents, everything right in my bag. I have another bag that has the trolley strap, but it's about this big, and it's what I have to put under the seat. And sometimes I'm just cramming it under there. This is perfect. So I hope I don't need the bigger bag. But the reason I recommend this is because you need to have like some sunscreen, maybe your swimsuit, maybe even an extra change of clothes in here, because you don't know when your luggage will show up at your room. So if you need to get ready for dinner and your bags still haven't arrived, you might have, if you're a lady, you could have your makeup in here. I keep my makeup, my jewelry, and my prescriptions in this bag, no matter what. I don't check them. So I have that. Anything I need to fix my hair real quick, maybe a little sundress I can put on with a duster over it, and I look like I'm ready for dinner even though I haven't gotten my luggage yet. So I recommend that you do this. If you want to decide to go swimming before your stateroom is ready, you've got a swimsuit in there and some sunscreen if you want to lay out on the deck before it gets crowded. That's why I think this is a good idea. If you want to put drinks in there, there are some cruise lines that would allow you to bring a bottle of wine or soda or water on board, as long as it meets the regulations. That can go in there. So I also pack my office in one of these, and that's why I always carry a carry-on. No matter where I go, I have to pack my office and take it with me, because I'm always working no matter where I go and what I'm doing. So anyway, this I'm excited about. Try this bag, see if I'm happy with it. I'm quite sure I will be. So since we're driving, I'm not worried about weight, so I decided the big bag and then my big bag. So what I do is I get my packing cubes out. I'm sure you've heard of packing cubes. These are the greatest invention ever. I've been using these for about the last 3 or 4 years, since not long before COVID when I started using these. I recommend the see-through type. I'll explain that in just a minute. See-through, you know what's in there. And that is always an advantage. It saves you time because you know what's in the bag the minute you look at it. Here is an example of why I like these. Here are my husband's shirts that I have ironed and folded. They're all ready to go. I'm going to put these in his suitcase. I do all of his packing as well as mine. If I don't, I have to live with him on vacation the way he's going to look. So I do all of his packing. So this is all ready to go. If I was to just put this in my suitcase like I used to do in the old days, by the time I got to where I needed to be, especially if the airline was handling it, these would be all messed up and wrinkled. But with a packing cube, I can set it right in to the bag like this. Right into the cube. It fits right over everything. I cover it up. I can see what's in here. I'll show you if you can't see very well. I'm going to zip it up and show you how nice this is. They're nice and snug. They are not going to come unfolded. They are not going to get wrinkled. The worst thing that can happen to them is something gets spilled on them. That can always happen. These have handles. So his shirts are in this bag and they will stay just like this. So when I get to where I'm going, whether I'm in a hotel room or a small cabin on the ship, often the case is there's not very much room for your things, and especially there's not very many hangers. So I don't have to take these out and hang them up. I just take this bag, I set it in a drawer or on a shelf. He can open it and I can use the hangers. About the only thing I hang up for him is his jacket, if I take a jacket. I have another bag for him that has all of his swimsuits that he's going to want, plus swim shirts. That's in a bag. And when I close this up, I can immediately see what they are, and I always put them in a drawer. It just makes packing so easy. You can see what you've got. They fit into the suitcase, and it's so organized. I like organization, and they're so organized. So these are some of my bags, just right size for my underwear. I'll put all my husband's socks in one, his dress socks, his casual short socks. I put all of that together, and it's easy to find, and I can keep them in the bag if I want to. I don't have to unpack it all. Now, I will tell you real quick that when I first started out, my first bags were kind of like this. This is one of the first packages I bought. You can't see through it. So now I use these only for shoes. I don't put anything else in there but shoes, because, and that's what this bag is designed for, but they were all like this. But I use these for shoes, and that's it. Then they're protected My other things in the bag are protected from the shoes. It's great to put a few flip-flops in or heels or whatever. So don't buy bags you cannot see through. It is a mistake. Just make sure you can see through them. You can buy these at Marshall's, Ross's, TJ Maxx. You can order them online. I have found most of mine, honestly, at TJ Maxx and Marshall's. They have a great travel section, and I always browse through it whenever I'm over there just to see what new things they have. I found these luggage scales at Marshall's, and this is what, maybe our third one, Dave, that we've gone through the years. But
yeah, this is a little better quality when it takes more weight. Yeah, show us the screen. It takes more weight. Some of them break if you put 50 pounds in them.
Well, we always like to know what our bags weigh before we get to the airport, because it's embarrassing when you have to pull all your personal items out and start trying to rearrange them. So this is how you do it. You will know exactly what your bags weigh before you get to the airport, and it's accurate. Wouldn't you say, Dave? It's very accurate.
Quite accurate, surprisingly accurate, yeah.
Yeah. So I think we got this at Marshall's. If you need converters, you're going out of the country and you need a converter, you can get those there too. You can also order these things online. So I wanted to talk to you just a minute about the see-through things. It's not just packing cubes that need to be see-through. I love these kind of bags. I have 3 of these. No, yeah, 3. I did not buy these bags for what's in them. I bought the bags just to get the bag. So everything you see here came with something in it, and I had to buy it from the drugstore. This one's from Avon. This was actually a gift to me, but I love this. This is actually an emergency makeup pack that has everything I need that I can keep in my purse if I want to. So if I get stranded or something, I have at least a little bit in there. And I generally don't touch this. It's already packed and ready to go, and I just leave it like this. My makeup goes somewhere else, but I keep this like an emergency pack in case I just have to run or something. But these are so nice. Plus, if you have something that might spill and it's in one of these, it won't get on all your other things. It'll just get on the things that are in this bag. I love these. Absolutely love them. I found these online. These are the airport approved see-through bags that are zippered. Before these, I always used the baggy type with a zipper, and some of them are designed they have their airplane on them and everything. I bought those, but these are wonderful. They're just great. So I ordered these online. They're not expensive at all. Here's another example. This came with some makeup that I bought. I could see through it. I could put other things in it. It zips up. They're wonderful. This is a sewing kit. I've had this kit probably for 20 years. This came in a Liz Claiborne bag that I've long since worn out and used to snap in there, but I've kept my sewing kit in there, all ready to go. It's so nice when things are packed and ready to go. For example, this is my swimsuit cube. So whenever I go on a cruise or I want to bring my swimsuit, all I have to do is open my drawer and it's all there. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to pack it or anything. Just pick it up, put it in my suitcase. Often on some cruises, they have a white night party one night, and NCL does that. I have a white night outfit all packed with white things in there, and I just throw it in my suitcase and it's all ready to go. These are time savers. These are organizational things. Like I said, I like things organized when I have control over it. Here's a bag that I couldn't see through, but I liked it enough for what my nail things are in here. So I just wrote on it, but it's nice to be able to see through. This is a rain poncho with a hoodie. Very, very nice. I love it. It's for a woman. I got this at Marshall's. It's very nice, but I can't see through it. So I will take it and I will put it in here rather than there. And the reason I took it out of the bag is because it's black. So what good is it if you put something you can't see through in a see-through bag? So I would take it out and I would put it in here. Now I know exactly where my rain hoodie is. So hopefully this makes a little sense to you. Here's an example of a bag that I used for years. Couldn't see through it. I love this bag. But once I started using the see-through things, it just made all the difference in the world. So this I love. This is actually designed to hold hot curling irons and things like that. I usually put what I need in here, 2 different size curling irons, and then I can zip them up. Instead of I used to just lay them on the side or put them in a little pouch or something in my suitcase, which worked okay, but the cords always came out. This way, I can't quite close it all up because I've got different appliances in here than what really are supposed to fit, but that's okay. It's still contained. It's as flat as I can get it. Things that can go flat are always a plus. This is my travel blow dryer. Again, I put it in one of these little cubes, and I'll probably take this cube and just set it in the drawer on the cruise. I don't know, I might take it out and leave it out, but at least I can see it when I want it. Talk about see-through, just a little tip. I picked these up at Home Goods. This is how I store travel products. Like I've got one of these that has hair products in it, shampoos, hairsprays, conditioners. This one has laundry products and it has sunscreen. So I can see through it and it's in my closet. So when I'm packing, I just slip the lid off and take what I need. I know I want this, and I can just grab a little thing of sunscreen, and I'm not fishing around my closet in the hallway for things. It's right here. This is another bag from my Liz Claiborne collection. This is like cold remedy stuff. I can see through it when I'm looking for the airborne or something. There it is. I want some eye drops or something. This is a first aid kit. This is also another one of my remnants from my Liz Claiborne luggage. That was fantastic luggage, by the way, but I wore it out. I had it so long, way before the 360-degree wheels came out, but I kept these bags. I like to clean things when I'm flying, or wipe down doorknobs, or the phone, TV remote, hotel cabins, wherever I'm at. I usually buy these 99%. You know, this is what I carry in my purse. But our son is a PA. He's also a travel agent. And he told me that he orders hospital grade wipes. They're a little better than these. So I did order them. And whenever I travel, I still have this in my purse just for my hands or whatever. But I do use these to wipe down surfaces on the plane or in our room. So just a little tip that he gave me. They're not expensive. Now, let's go and start with packing bags. I have 2 different sizes of bags, depending on how long I'm going to be gone and what my weight limit is. This is 2 different makeup bags. You can see they're 2 different sizes. This is my favorite. It's compartmentalized. This is just one open area, and I've used this for years. I found this online. It's compartmentalized. So I love that. If I put my brushes in here or whatever, they don't come out because I can Velcro it down. It makes it a little bit easier when I'm trying to get ready to go somewhere. And while I'm on the makeup thing, I am old and my eyes are going bad on me. So I have to take this huge monster. I will give up some of my clothes or whatever I need to do. I have to take this. I don't take it in the box. I take it out of the box. This is a 10 times makeup mirror. This is what I use in my bathroom, at my glam station, and I need it to travel. I've tried using smaller versions of the 10 times, but even if they're lighted, it just doesn't work like these. I get these at Bed Bath & Beyond. I hope I can continue to get these. I actually have a couple of them just in case, but this tips to whatever height you need when you're sitting down. So if you're sitting at a hotel desk or on a cruise makeup station or whatever desk, this will fit wherever you're sitting. How tall you are, it doesn't matter. So that's like around $59 or something like that, but worth every penny. Now, let's go to this. This is the hanging bag. I found this online. I loved it because everything I put in it is contained. So when I hang it up, nothing's gonna come drooping. My other one that I had laid out here, I don't know where it went, but it's a little bit smaller. But when I would hang it on the door, this part would be drooping down and very inconvenient. I was always dropping stuff out of it because it was weighted, it was heavy on the bottom. I saw this and love it because it folds up fairly flat and everything is contained. Nothing falls out and I can see it. So I love this. It's a great hanging bag. Go in the back of the door, or sometimes I'll hang it on the towel bar or whatever. When you go on cruises, you can take magnetic hooks and just put them on the door and hang stuff. Now jewelry, that's what I had left over here, it's jewelry. There are lots of different jewelry containers for things. I'm going to show you my favorite. This is great because you can see through each of the compartments. So this has its advantage for some things. They're small, but if you put something in here, you can see it. Now, some of this is deep, so you got to know that when you put it in there, but it's nice. But I don't use that one as much. I use this one. I found this, I don't know, some like Dillard's or something, but this is one of my go-tos for my necklaces, my long, heavy necklaces. It's compartmentalized. I can put things in each one of these little pouches. I can see through the pouches, so when I'm looking for a particular piece, they're not getting tangled up. I can see them, and I don't usually take that many necklaces, but I might put like a pair of earrings or two in one of these, each one. But I can see what I'm doing. I can zip it up. It's not getting tangled. This is one of the things that I always keep in my carry-on. I never check my jewelry at all, ever. My medications and my jewelry. I can do without my makeup, but I don't want anything to happen. Not that it's valuable, it absolutely is not. But I've had them for years. This is another one I love. I also got this. This was a free gift, I think, was something I bought, like perfume or something at Dillard's or something like that. I've got these little bags that just came with different things that I might have bought. I've got safety pins. I always carry a little pair of scissors and eyeglass spray. And then I got this cute little thing that just came with something. So I'll put maybe my little post earrings in there. A special necklace. I have a really nice little necklace that is pricey that my kids gave me. I can put that in here. There's nothing worse than getting to where you want to go and your jewelry is all tangled up. Also have, I don't know where this came from, it's a little emergency sewing kit in here. But then it has this, and I can put jewelry like rings or post earrings or earrings right here. And it's easy to get to everything. So these are the two jewelry things I generally take. If I'm not going to be gone very long, I might just take this one. But in this case, I will take this one as well. Okay, I have covered everything over here. Dave, let's come over here. I wanted to show the next thing I do when I start packing is I get all my clothes out. I have this, we don't keep this out all the time. We get it out only when I'm packing, and I hang everything on it. I left this shirt out for Dave because it had our logo on it. He always wears this when we embark or check-in or whatever, advertising our agency. If I decide to take a jacket, I have that ready to go. And then everything else on here is mine because I've already packed him. I've got his slacks, I've got his shirts. I just have to pack some underwear and socks and ties and a belt, and he's ready to go. Packing for Dave is easy. For me, it's hard, and women understand that. So I start with all my tops, then I go to skirts, then I go to dresses, including evening. I don't really separate evening on here. I just know what they are. And then I go to my, I call these dusters. There are several different names for them. I love these. They can be dressed up or down. Wear them in port, over a sundress. I love these. So I have a lot of these. So I have all these over here. Then I go through and I'll grab a top, see what thing I want, and I will mix and match, which reduces how much I have to take. So depending on how much room I've got and how long we're going to be gone, I will decide what I'm going to take with me.
And you might mention that this hanger completely collapses, and you can put it in a corner or under the bed or something that it's out of the way. That's kind of handy for you.
It is. In fact, I never even set this up or fold it up. And that's what Dave does. But I have just, let me show you a couple of these.
Are you going to show us a couple of dresses?
Yeah, I'll show you this, for example. I ordered this online. I just saw it. I'm trying to remember what store it came from. But it is so pretty over a black dress. I've got a evening dress that is over here. It's a really pretty black dress. I've got two of them actually. This one's scrooshed on one side like this. So I would put this over it, and it's very pretty. It's very elegant for one of the formal nights. On a 7-day cruise, there's usually 2 dress-up nights. This is so easy, it's cool, it's comfortable. I could wear any shoes I want. Probably I would wear these, but I also have these. These have been on many cruises with me. The stones are still on there. And Dave may have glued one back on for me. They're comfortable, they're very dressy.
So. No, I don't think so.
I've had these shoes for a long time. I got these from 9 West. They're very, very pretty. So I have a couple of really dressy shoes. Doesn't mean I'll take them. I might take just one pair. I think on this trip I'm going to take this pair. Last time I took the others. But these would work too. So just a tip that these little dusters can take a simple sheath dress or sundress and turn it into a very nice evening dress. Like for example this, I've had this for years, and I would throw like a little, like this is pretty, over it. Or I have a yellow one that I could wear with it, yellow and white. One of my favorites. It's possible that this could go with it. Trying to remember what I've worn with it before. You can mix and match things. It's so easy and saves you so much time when you can just kind of wear the same skirt with a different top and a duster, and you've got it made. In fact, I bought this in the 90s, believe it or not, and it came with a duster way back in the 90s. And I have worn this on so many cruises through the years. I've had to just mend it a little bit, but this was very pricey when I bought it. But oh my gosh, if I ever gotten my use out of it. It's just a simple sundress, and then it's got the little sheath over it. I love this. I get so many compliments on it, and it's still here. It's still together. This is something that I love. It's just a dress that has this that goes over it, actually, or you can wear the dress with the by itself or with a duster over it. But this is a really light, comfortable, pretty outfit. This is one of my favorites. It's very versatile. I wear this a lot. I give you an example. I found these skirts one day when I was shopping in our mall here in Destin. Nope, that's not it. Here it is. I have about 3 or 4 colors of these. I love these. There's a white one, black one. This is just a couple of them. But if I have a silk tops that I would put on and put this on over it, wear my little black heels, or just a little tan wedge or dark wedge. Very pretty. These are the silk tops I have. I have one on, but I have these in every single color. I love these. I have worn them out. They're fantastic. Lightweight for packing and traveling. So it's just not hard if you could get to it and see it. If I was digging through my closet, this would just take me so much longer. This is a dress I've had for a long time, and I bought this a few years ago, and this is what I usually wear over it. This I got at Boca, a little boutique here in Miramar Beach where I live, and I wear this over this dress, and it's so pretty for an elegant evening, and it looks really pretty because this is kind of sparkly. With these shoes, I've done that a lot. It also looks pretty with these. But I've had this for years, and when I get this rack out, it is so nice. It just saves me so much time. All right, enough of my clothes, but that's how I pack. I go through, I know my outfits. I get the skirt, I find the top, and I say, okay, I'm going to take that, or no, I'm not going to take it. I can just put it right back on there, and it'll hang here until I get home. I love these little camisoles, so I have all those hung up together. When I get home, I can then hang things back up on here and then put them back in my closet. I wanted to show you, while we're talking about clothes and evening wear, I like to have my lipstick with me with a mirror when I go to dinner at night. So I switch around. I have a couple of these, and I might pack 1 or 2. This I can actually set on the table. Usually I just lay flat ones on my lap while I'm eating. And I love to be able to hang them. This has a chain inside, but I can put it over here, or I can actually put it over my chest if I want to. But I love these little bags. Some women are okay with just putting a tube of lipstick, but I want a couple of items with me. So I love those. And you can get them on the ship for about $10. And they last quite a while. My shoes, I got these at Shein. You can go online. It's H-I-E-N, I think, or E-I-N, Shein, H-E-I-N. And these are so versatile because they will go with anything, and they're very comfortable. I went on a cruise with my son and daughter-in-law. We went a year ago this month, and she had these, and they just look so nice. And she said, I got them at Shein. So I came home and ordered some. This is a pair of my classic wedge. I'll take heels and I'll take a wedge or 2. But this has been my go-to favorite. I also have, these I use a lot. It's a little, not quite as high. I'm a little bit more aware of my heels since I've gotten older. My heels, the height of my heels I brought down. But here's even a lower heel that I will wear for the sundress to dinner in the middle of the week or something like that. Anyway, then I wanted to show you these. I like to take this if we're going to be gone a week or more. I just put it in the corner and it just pops open. Sure, you've seen these. In fact, we use one of these in our bathroom. all the time, but this is small. And
It's standalone.
yeah, but when it's time to go home, if I've got dirty laundry, I put it in this and just lay it flat in the suitcase to get it home. But if you're worried about smells getting into your suitcase, a tip that I learned is to buy scented garbage bags and put your dirty laundry in a scented garbage bag and then lay it in your suitcase. So you can do that. But this fits right flat in the back. I can even fold it up even more, but I just lay it down like that. I like to take a couple of hats. I always take my visor. I love this, but I've got 3 hats here, and I'm not taking all 3 of them. I'm still deciding, but I've got them laid out because I'm famous for forgetting them. And there's a way to pack these so that they survive. Like I would take this, well, actually, this has a flower on it, but I would take it and turn it upside down. And then if I wanted this one, put that inside, put your clothes around it so that it doesn't get collapsed on, and there's ways to pack it. This may sound crazy, but for me, it works. It's a huge bag. I know I bought this at Chico's 15 years ago. Here, we didn't have a Chico's in Montana at the time where I lived, but I loved this bag. It was expensive, and guess what? It's still here. It's nothing's coming apart. I trimmed the strings a little bit. It's never broken. It's just the best bag. But what I use this for, it lays flat in my suitcase. But when I'm in port, this is my go-to. I don't want anything little for the most part. Generally, I don't take anything very little unless I have to. But I can go like this. The strap is comfortable. I hardly even know I have it. And then I carry the sunscreen. I can carry my phone.
Towels?
I can take towels. I don't like to, but we live at the beach, so going to the beach is not necessarily where we spend our time when we're in port. But yes, I can put towels in here. This is compartmentalized. This is so stained and used over the years. I mean, you can see how much I have used this bag. It's just so stained up. It's clean, but it is so nice. I have the option of carrying it like this if I want, but I love this. It's got a zipper in the back if I want to put something else in there. I just love this bag, and I take it on every single cruise, and sometimes on tours too. We went on a river cruise and I took this bag. So for me, this works. For somebody else, taking a bag like that would be very annoying, but for me, it works. So I think I have covered just about everything I wanted to tell you. If you haven't been on a cruise before, you cannot take your iron. So there's no place for you to iron things usually. They used to have an area where you could do some laundry and iron, but I think more and more that's going away. They want you to use their laundry service. So just a heads up. That's why I iron things before I go, because I can't do it when I get there. Now, you can ask your room steward to bring you an ironing board and an iron. But guess what? Other people are doing that too. So you then go on a wait list for it. And you may get it before dinner, you may not. So when you first get on the ship, you might want to request that if you've got things that you need to iron. When we first get on the ship, the first thing I do is wipe things down and just get familiar with everything, see if I need anything, if anything needs to be cleaned, so I can let my room steward know. I go out in the hall and look for my room steward. Usually they cut you down and introduce themselves, but sometimes they're just so busy. So I want to find that room steward and introduce myself and make sure they know who I am, and I have already whatever I need. And I only get what I don't try to bother them. I know how busy they are, but if you need something, the sooner you ask for it, the better. So look around and see if there's anything that you need. If you want more hangers or whatever, then you can explore and get used to the ship. Another tip about getting on the cruise, once you've gone through embarkation, and like I said, I take my carry-on. I let the baggage handlers take the big bags, but I don't let this out of my sight. It's got my passport, money, and everything in here. But once I'm on the ship, sometimes by the time you get on, you're hungry. It might be 3 o'clock in the afternoon or 2 or whatever. And people head up to the buffet. First thing, that's where everybody wants to go. Well, everybody is up at the buffet, like I just said, and so it's crowded. I think it's better to go to some of the other venues. There's other places to eat. They are also free and they're not crowded. A lot of people don't even know about them, but people just head for that main buffet. But there you can get a hamburger, you can get a sandwich, you can get a salad, and it's not so crowded. So look online a little bit before you go so you know what you might be looking for. But explore, get to know the ship. That's one of the first things that we like to do once we get on. I like to get on earlier in the day if possible. The earlier, the better. Your cabins usually are ready to 1, but you can just drag this around with you if you want, but I suggest you get on as early as you can. Well, that's mainly what I wanted to tell you today. There's more coming. There's more things that I need to tell you about packing and boarding a ship, things like that. Just make sure that you have everything you need at your fingertips when you're embarking. So that you, A, know you've got it, and B, you know where it is. And again, I like to go to Office Depot or order online the see-through pouches with a snap or a zipper. I have a folder that's compartmentalized, that's see-through, and I have my hotel here, I have my cruise docks here, and flight information here, and everything I need, and it's compartmentalized, so I'm not flipping through the papers trying to find whichever it is I'm looking for. And this time I've got 2 cruises back to back. So I've got one cruise in one pouch and the other cruise in the other pouch. This is going to save me so much time. So I hope you're going on a cruise sometime soon. If you're interested in booking with us, boy, I am a certified cruise expert. I have taken extra courses in that. Cruising is our favorite thing to do. We've done everything, but cruising is my go-to. I love it because everything's right there. I've been to the Mediterranean on a cruise. I've been down the Danube. I love cruising. I love to travel, but I really love cruising. And I want to see as much of this world and do as much travel as I can before I can't travel anymore. And at my age, it's time not to waste. And we've had to waste a couple of years. So I'm out there traveling, and I know our agency is very busy with people who want to travel. So you can see the link to how to get a hold of us. You can email me. You can call our office. We will get back to you, and we will help you with whatever it is you need. So I hope you enjoyed this video.